Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So it's another AM voiceover. I am leaving for Copenhagen in 7.5 hours. So here we are in all our insomniac glory and all of that, but anyway, today we are building actually this is my first home that I built in Horse Ranch, or with Horse Ranch. So I know that I said that about the last build, but I was incorrect. This is the first one. So this is the messy one. This is the one where I get to know all the furniture a little bit. This is when I get to know the landscaping surrounding the lots and everything. So we're just gonna, you know, deal with that before I get into it. I still have to give a disclaimer even though the pack has been out for some days, but this video is made possible by the EA Creator Network, and also what you're seeing in the video is not created in the final software, so it might look a little bit different from how the pack looks now. Just saying. I recorded kind of a lot with early access. I did. Anyway, enough chitter chatter, let's get started with this build, shall we? So let's go have some fun. Also, before my neighbors get super annoyed with me talking again past midnight. So as for this build, it is for, if I can get the thumbnail, or not thumbnail picture up. Yes, it's only for 2 Sims. There's only, no, 2 Sims and a kid. So 3 Sims total. There's 2 bedrooms, an open space kind of with the living room and also the dining area, and then there's also actually a nicely, decently sized bathroom. The floor plan in this house was not easy for some reason, so everything is just a little bit funny. And also a kitchen that is sort of half closed off, but not really. I'd made one of those, what's it called, like an archway made with columns instead of actually using the archway that came with the pack. I just felt like doing it. Also because I like the look of, I like archways, but if you're using platforms, I like the look of the columns a little bit better than archways. That's just how it is. I feel like it just looks, for some reason it just looks better. I don't know, I can't explain why, I can't justify it, but that's just how it is, okay? Sometimes you can't really, it's fine, I'm not gonna try to come up with a reason. I simply just like it better. So for this one, because we are having a little bit of fun with platforms in this build, you know, we're using archways for that doorway instead. The exterior of the house was inspired by probably a picture that I found on Pinterest, but honestly it could also just have been me googling around, like, I don't know. I can't remember anymore. This is built on like the 5th of July. It's a while ago by now. So like I don't remember. Been seeing a lot of houses since this one. So yeah, we don't stay faithful here on the channel. I'm sorry. I do know that the garage in the original build I converted into a stable because they do have, or actually is this lot empty by default? It might be. I cannot remember, but I think it might be. But because, you know, there are no roads in the pack, in Chestnut Ridge, at least not in this area of the new world. So I figured it would just make more sense to add a stable, because like horses. So where else are you gonna hide your horses? Like, I don't know, you're not gonna put it in the garage. That would not be nice to the horse. So a stable it is. And then for the exterior, I can't really remember exactly what my thought process was when I did the color scheme. I'm pretty sure it doesn't turn out the way that it is right now. I think I changed it because I was pretty sure. I have a thing with white houses. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I don't know what it is. I like them in real life. I like pictures of them. I don't like them in The Sims. It's so weird. I don't know what it is. We don't vibe. Like, we don't. No, there's like a disconnect between white houses and me in The Sims. It's just the way it is. I can't change it. So I think I turned this like slightly beige maybe, or maybe I added like a lot of, what are they called? Like other colored walls, such as the more like rock wall that you see right here, and also the other timber kind of wood paneling? Wood paneling? I was about to say paddling, but like, no, nah, not really. But the wood I was about to do it again. I'm giving up on that word. Let's just move on. The wood thing that I'm using on the stable part. See, I can't really pause usually I do a lot of like speaking errors like that in my voiceovers. It happens all the time. English is not my first language. I pronounce words a little bit differently than some of you guys as well. Get used to it. But usually if I like completely mess up a word, I'll basically just pause, redo it, pretend it didn't happen. Can't really do that when you're filming your voiceover, so hi, we're gonna deal with it. I do like trying to fit in these like bigger open windows that for some reason, like I don't know why they added them because everything is super rustic, including the windows, and I feel like they're not necessarily like old rustic farmhouse like, but I love them. I love natural light, both in real life but also in my Sims builds. I think it's a part of my Scandinavia thing. We just like windows a lot, like big open windows, especially if you look at like newer buildings, big open windows all over. So I don't know, I really like them. Still kind of confused why they are a part of the pack, but I'm very thankful that they are though, just want to say. So I was definitely trying to include them in this build, and I like this like idea of having the living room area with these big open windows so you can see everything outside of the room as well. A little bit creepy at night, I'm not gonna lie, like that's when I'm not really a fan of big windows, but it's fine. I'm not gonna live on the countryside ever. It's just not gonna happen. So, oh my gosh. Okay, for the ceiling in this house, I don't know if it was because this was my first build, also playing with the ceiling tool, but I don't know if it's called ceiling tool, but you know what I mean, like trying to add ceilings that aren't just the asphalt ones, so the more like wooden ones here. Ceilings did not want to work in this build at all. I just don't know. Also, I still have this thing when I log out. I actually had this with the other build that is going up either tomorrow or Thursday, and if I don't manage to do the voiceover before I leave, then Friday. But I'll do my best, I promise. But with that one, when I logged in or opened the game earlier today to take the screenshots, the whole ceiling throughout the entire build was gone, and I kind of thought that wasn't gonna happen now that we got, you know, the opportunity to actually add ceilings. Like, I don't know, it still disappears for me sometimes. Does it happen to you too? The ceiling just disappears. Like, I don't know why. It's so strange. The ceiling is just gone, except from when there's a room above the first floor. Then where there's a room, the ceiling will still be there, but like it'll be gone everywhere else. And in this house there is a room, but it's super small and I'm not actually utilizing the space for anything. Feel free to add a ladder if you want to or something. I just felt like it was like a super tiny 8 square space, so I just decided not to do anything with it. But like, you can add a small office space up there if you want to. I wouldn't recommend trying to add a staircase though. Definitely go for the ladder. Just want to say. But feel free to do with it what you want. You can also expand it a little bit. I think there should actually be room for that underneath the ceilings, underneath the roof on the second floor. There should be room. That archway is still so cute, but it did not work for this lot, not even a little bit. So we're not using it today. I also tried to add some of those storage units for the nectar, and yeah, I'm trying. This is like me trying to get to know everything. Also mixing up the wallpapers like I've been doing in the other builds too, because I just like the look of it. I think maybe the one that is like, that has a little bit of wood paneling on it, but not the whole wood paneling. I don't really know what to call it, but that one might be a little bit plain, so like accented walls are super nice. So we're doing a lot of that in this build, definitely. And then I did not really know what to do with this entire kitchen, because that's a whole lot of space for someone who usually makes very small kitchens, so I was struggling. But we figured it out, I think. I also think I changed the color scheme a little bit because I just didn't like this swatch, to be honest, of the counters. I don't know if I've used it in any of the other builds, but for some reason it just wasn't really working for me in this one, so I think I changed it to the lighter one. We'll see in a little bit. It just looks kind of dirty in some way, right? Are you like same page as me? It just looks a little bit dirty. I don't know what it is, it just looks dirty. Like, I don't know, I want to cook my food on those counters because it looks kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably not dirty. It's just, that was a very loud crack. I don't know if you heard that. I'm old. Anyway, it's probably not dirty. It's just worn, but like it just looks kind of... That's not why I changed it. I just didn't like the color combination. I'm pretty sure that I changed it. If I've already done it, then we're just gonna ignore it. No, see, I knew it because I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, don't really love it, so we're changing it to a little bit more polished look that these white counters with the light wooden countertop combination, we're changing it to that. I think I wanted to bring a little bit of green throughout this house. Actually, the one we're doing next to the last build that I did, I wanted to add in some yellow, so I'm pretty sure this is the one where I tried to add a little bit of green. The children's room worked out perfectly, but I was having issues decorating the side table, the bedside table in the parents' bedroom. I just quickly want to put a note, like, add that, because otherwise I'll forget. It's just, for some reason, I couldn't place stuff on the bedside table. I think I managed to make, no I didn't. There's nothing on the bedside table, I'm pretty sure, because it was bugged. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not like I didn't want to clutter it. I just, for some reason, I just couldn't. I don't, incredibly frustrating to watch. Oh right, it's because I sized it down and I forgot that I don't have my shelf. This is the problem when you get so used to mods that when you don't have them, like, you just don't really know what to do. But also the lamp still, I think I said this in the last voiceover, it doesn't want to freely float, so you can't just like freely place it. It has to snap onto an item and then it's just like in the center of the item. I don't love that when it comes to lamps, so we're definitely gonna tune down the usage of that specific lamp a little bit now that I have access to all of the packs. Definitely not going to use it that much unless they fixed it, but it's technically not glitched, so I don't think they're going to fix it. So we'll see. But if they have fixed it, then that's awesome, and I'll know when I start decorating again or building. So this is the kids' bedroom, as you can probably tell. It's very cramped in here, but I kind of like it. I feel like the color scheme works nicely. I'm obsessed with that rug. That rug is the best rug in the entire game. I love that rug so much. It's because it has sheep on it. I love the sheep. The sheep are adorable. They deserve all the happiness they could possibly get in the world. If anybody ever does anything bad to the sheep, I will hunt you down. You do not know. The sheep are sacred. The sheep are sacred. I love the sheep. I think they're adorable. I love the way they bounce when they run. Like, and I didn't know they did that until, when was it? Was I taking screenshots the other day? I think so. I think it was actually of the Barbie build or something, and I was just playing around with one of the horses because I don't really do gameplay, so I was getting a little bit curious. I got a little bit sidetracked while I was taking my screenshots, and then suddenly in the back I see like a sheep going like whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, wait a minute. I did not know they did that, but they're so cute. Yeah, I really love the sheep. I think the sheep are adorable, and they don't even take up a household spot. Like, they are the superior pet or animal or whatever in the game right now. Like, I don't even know how do they work? Like, how do you feed them? Do you need anything specific, or am I just placing them and then like I don't have them covered? Like, I don't know. I just know that you can shear their wool, so like you can get some of their wool, which is pretty cool. I did that with the pink one and I got pink wool and it's adorable. I'm a huge fan of the sheep. I can't believe they added sheep. I'm so happy they did. I'm gonna stop myself from continuing to talk about those sheep, but I just want to like solidify it. I really love the sheep. Okay. I think they're so cute. Do they grow up or are they just small sheep? What's a small sheep called? A lamb. There we go. Thank you. I forgot for a second. I know someone out there was like saying it at the same time. Like, what was that? It's called a lamb. Like, what the heck? Why? Go back to biology lessons or something. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. I don't really do a lot of stuff with animals, so like I forget things sometimes. I also have to remember it in 2 languages, so like cut me some slack, okay? And my fellow Danes, don't you dare. I know you're gonna say that the word is the exact same in Danish, but don't you dare, that's our secret. I did not just announce it to everyone. We're just gonna ignore it. Moving on. I can't really remember what I did with the yard, to be honest. I added a pond. I have my floor plan picture up on this monitor over here so I can kind of keep track of everything that I'm doing because I have the memory of a goldfish sometimes. So that's nice. It's nice to have 2 monitors for this reason. Also so I can watch TV while I'm editing. Or not TV, but like stuff. For me it's mainly, actually right now I'm obsessed with a channel called Catfished. I don't know. I watch a lot of like Kid Boga and he scam baits basically, and now I've entered another realm of scam videos that mainly surrounds or is about, includes whatever, romance scamming, and I'm just having the time of my life. I feel sorry for everyone it happens to. I just want to say, but like, yeah, it's catfished. That's my new thing. I'm obsessed. Like, I don't know. So it's nice to have two monitors so you can kind of do both at the same time. Otherwise, I think I would probably listen to audiobooks or something. Speaking of, I'm actually listening to one right now. It's called All the Girls I've Been. It's pretty good. It's YA contemporary mystery thriller. It's very good. It's about a girl who actually, oh my gosh, was a bit of a scammer. She was a scam artist. What's it called? You know those ones who like steal money. It's not called scam artist. It's called something else. But in the same realm of, you know, that. So I'm not obsessed with this subject. I just want to say that's a pure coincidence. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now. It's pretty good. If you wanted an unsolicited book recommendation, there you go. I could give you plenty. Like, I kind of half know what I'm talking about when it comes to books. Not really, but I'm talking about it anyway. So I think we are getting close to the end of the video. I just want to quickly say that I placed down a tree. I guess where I put it. I put it right in front of the telescope. I did not notice until I was taking the screenshots. I have turned around the telescope just a little bit. I suggest you do the same. In the uploaded version, it's probably pointed towards the tree. But now I gave you a warning. We're all good, right? Okay, thank you. So anyway, they get like a little bit of like a gardening area here where I placed down, I think, some trees. I can't remember for sure, but you can do whatever you want with that space. We are at the end of the video though, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. If you guys like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And I will make sure that it's up on Patreon as the tray files are up there as well before I leave, so you can find it over there too. There's a link to my Patreon in the description box, as well as in the pinned comment, where you can also find a link to my booktube channel, so if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Tell you everything I've seen, the friends I've made, and then you tell me how you've been. Look a little closer, it's been quite some time. You gotta let me know if I'm out of line. But there's some words that I just wanna hear you say, I'll straight before this night turns into day, and then I'm on my way. Yeah. Yes, I'm on my way. A bit naive and so eager to please. You know I played for love, but it got me on my knees. Now's the time to reap what I've sown. Your words echoing